live, so we should be live.
All right.
Right now, I'm just waiting for my screen to pop up here because I'm sure it's gonna make an echo. Yep, I got it. Okay, so hi everybody, welcome to the Raven Wolf channel, and tonight we have a very special R&R show. So first of all, welcome my co-host DJ Ransom from 420 TV News, Freedom is Films.
Yo.
So tonight we have Shelly Brady.
Hello.
She's back there. And that's her contact info if you want to order a custom-made amazing painting. Message her, that's her number. And also we have Stevie and his friend or his band member from Agent Naranjo, Mark, back there.
Coming to a city near you soon.
Yes, that's the name of their band, and we're just gonna start with a song. What's the name of the song?
Stay woke.
Stay woke, right? And before you start playing the song, Shelly, can you tell us what are you gonna be doing while they're playing a song?
Well, Stay Woke is from Leap Project, and it's about staying aware and watching the sky, watching the government, a little bit of conspiracy theory thrown in there. So I'm going to be drawing an alien to go with the song, and I do that a lot live when musicians are performing. I'll do like either drawings of them because I'm not familiar with their songs, or if I am, I can just like kind of tangent off and do an alien songs about an alien.
Nice.
I'm drawing an alien tonight for you.
Very nice. All right, so Ransom, do you want to introduce the band?
I'm recording it on my channel too. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Agent Naranjo coming to a city near you soon.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Stay woke. Stay woke. Oh, stay woke. Oh, I'm never lonely. Man is spying for me through the TV and the telephone. You got to know. Yeah, and call from the lead row. Yeah, let it go. Don't go. Listen to the crap. Hit yourself for your cap. Health is more important than Louis Vuitton. EMF waves every day. Cars and kids, opinion they sway. For the news they choose to tell all the lies. Using the slides. Stay woke. Stay woke. Oh, stay woke. Oh, I expect the architect to give me information that's correct. I need to get to the Leap Project. Rex, Claire, tell you what you should get. More, got it all. More info. Stay woke. Stay woke. Oh, stay woke.
Thank you. We are Agent Naranjo. I'd like to give a big shout out to Raven and Jay Ransom. Little preview. And here's these foil caps. Boom. Yes. Shameless plug.
I got one right here.
See the metal on the inside.
Mine is right across my room.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Free now. My kid has one too. And his is.
Oh, cool.
He got a flat black one like I wanted, but Rex gave.
Yeah, the flat brim. They you know,
did that for you.
They told me that they did it because I was like, you guys need to make flat brims.
Oh yeah, flat brim.
So that was awesome. I like the
Actually,
vibe.
The software is probably messing it up because we're not getting justice on this side of the thing. We can hear your voice better than your guitar.
Oh, it's this guitar probably.
But I can't help myself with mixing stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I want to stop by there in San Antonio next time I drive through Texas and set up my mic and my 4K and just let you guys go at it.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Cool beans. We got a little recording place to do it at too. So we're like a practice place.
We have a new in-process, like still fixing it up studio, but we have a key and we go there 24/7 for practice.
And you guys are both welcome, mi casa su casa, when you come to SA. So
cool.
Thank you. So one of the reasons why I wanted to have you guys on is because you two, and I'm assuming Mark too, because he's in a band. But you guys are very talented on what you guys do. You guys are very gifted, and I feel like you, Shali, what's the word I'm looking for? With your paintings. Yeah, that's badass.
Yes. There's an old saying that says a man, or, speaking of all men, can get anything they want. All they have to do is have creativity. That's it.
That's true.
That's true. I feel that way too.
I feel like you channel by painting. And I also see that with you, Boogie. So I'm curious to see how you guys got it started. How you started painting since a very young age, or like, Charlie?
Well, where creativity runs, and I've got it. Okay. Creativity runs in our family, and my grandmother used to do China painting, and I think she used to watch me, and she'd give me some paints under the table, and I think I just grew up thinking that was what I would do, mimicking her. And when I went to elementary school the first time, I wondered why all the other kids didn't paint, like why they couldn't draw.
Yeah,
I just didn't get it because we already did it.
Yeah, you just thought that everybody was just like you, but no.
So I've been doing it since I was about this tall, like about, 3 feet, 2.5 feet.
Yeah, probably 2 years of age.
Like little.
I've only been painting for like maybe 6 years, seriously. But I've been playing music since I was like 16, 15.
But the way that I see him, like I see him write a song, and it takes him comes up with a pretty good basic structure for a song in a day, about what it takes. And he does it like, I think, visual. Like I like that I work with light bouncing off the paper or paint or whatever. He does with sound waves, the same structure. He'll start off with something really sketchy, and they'll go back in and tweak it. He'll start adding layers to it.
Yeah.
So I know it's from the same creativity.
It comes from the same
lobe.
Do you guys ever have dry spells?
in the bloodline, right?
Yeah, definitely. My aunt's artistic.
Oh shit.
Well, I think it's just like we have a certain psychological
Yeah.
I don't know,
Creativity in our bloodline.
Yeah.
Like to entertain ourselves.
Yeah.
After you do it 5 million times, you have it. Each time you do a piece of art, it goes in. You don't think you're learning anything, but you have another template, and it's just like overlay. You have file.
I want to ask you something.
This guy plays drums like like he does, like he sings, like I've never seen anybody do it like he can. Just
Nice. No, I was gonna ask you because
so layered and.
I was gonna ask you something because I paint, but not like you. Like I'm really good at crafts, and you know what you see here, I created, but it's really, I mean, I can't sketch. Like I can't sketch. But what I was gonna ask is, when I start a painting, I have an idea of what I wanna paint, but within the process, it turns out something completely different, and it actually turns out better than what you imagine at the beginning. Does that happen to you often?
That's great. That's great. And then another thing, if there's something that you like need, I often do this because I get to do a lot of commission work, and I find out people want me to paint certain things, and I don't have that template, so I have to go to my phone, get a picture, and then that helps me.
To get an idea.
I can add the layers to it and add the dark and the light and the light source and this texture and all the artistic things to it. But I often use like photographic references when it's something I don't know how to do. But invariably it does change, and I add things that make it better, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
It never ends up like I'll wake up with the original picture in my mind, but I always come up with better ideas and infuse it here, change this.
Art is never done.
Like the different. Yeah, and that's another thing. Like you said, art is never done. If you leave it in front of me, I'm gonna keep messing with it to put it in nice words.
She does do that.
Messing with it until it goes. You know, if you leave it in front of me, it'll eventually just turn all black. So it goes away.
You guys are kind of artists 24/7 though. Like I go through spells where I just don't feel creative at all. Like I sit down and try to make us create a song, and nothing happens. It's just it actually will irritate me that this noise I'm making, and I just turn it off. And then like the other day, I made like 8 songs in one day, like, and I liked them all. So that's all.
Dude, I'm the same way with painting.
And I was going to say with you, Boogie, when you like trying to get a song going from scratch, and you know the music, is it the same? You have a certain kind of idea where you want to go with it, but as you go along, it just gets, you know, more add-ons and better, and it might be even a completely different idea from what you started, but it's still like a great
creativity.
I do the same thing.
If you give him a word, he can come up with the beginning of a song right now in this very moment for you.
I freestyle. I'm a rhymist, lyricist.
Right now.
Yeah, I am. I don't want to do it. But if I'm in the right mood, I can freestyle like nobody's business.
Wow.
Like I do that even on stage sometimes. I'll go through the crowd and I'll say, give me a word. You know, and then I'll do a verse and I'll say, give me a word. And then I'll do another verse.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah. You
like
guys
that
are
whole song, The Name Game, man.
talented.
Yeah.
And my daughter used to, like, her talent is in, like,
theater
memory. She remembers, like, big packets of scripts since 5th grade. She could memorize it word for word, know everybody's piece in the play.
Mm-hmm.
And go out there.
We have an artistic family.
That's awesome.
He remembers lyrics that way too.
Yeah, it's almost a curse, almost like Beethoven would have music in his head. I get songs stuck in my head, and it's stuck in there. But I remember lyrics really well.
Certain songs I get stuck in his head too.
You gotta let them out. That's why when I hear songs together in my head and then I mix them together that don't belong, I can't leave it alone until I let it out, until I made it a thing and it's real, and then I can let it go.
You understand. You understand.
Ideas too. It could wait to like be marinating there for a year, and I just want to get it out.
Yeah.
I have the opportunity, and it'll just.
It's like you have less feelings for a project that's already done. I mean, you can admire it, but it's not alive anymore. Like, unless you like decide to mess with it again and recreate it or something.
Well, I think that's great that you, Boogie, and your siblings grew up with a mom that nurture that side of you guys, that help you, develop it, because I feel like that's a big part of us, the natural gifts that we are born with, from
They want to teach people to be robots at school. It's like, I'm surprised they still.
Robots are taking over.
They really are.
You're going to have to do something creative to be able to make anything, to make a living.
Oh no.
We'll work on them. Are they frozen?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so it's not me tripping.
The frozen time.
Because I thought 420 was pretty good today. There they are.
Oh, they're back. Okay, you guys froze for a minute.
I was like, what happened? Time froze. It did again, didn't it? Oh, what? I'm recording this.
Sorry. I put that on. I turned it off, but people don't listen to myself.
That was a phone call.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were tripping. We got stuck in a time warp. You guys were just like,
yes. With creativity and imagination, it's hand to hand to intuition, and get in tune with your psychic abilities. So I feel
that in practice.
That
doing it over
practice.
Yeah, practice.
Practice makes better.
Yeah.
You know what's so weird about that you said that how important that is to like have an intergenerational creative thing is because it's weird. My great grandparents, I guess, they were all musicians. And my grandparents, all of them were musicians. Every single one of them played an instrument. And then when it came around to my dad's generation, they just kind of was like, whatever. And then he never played nothing. And then he didn't try to teach me nothing. And then late in life, I realized, hey, wait a minute. Maybe I should have been doing that all this time. And then like my kid, I told him, here, we're going to start music class. Here's you a keyboard. I pulled out of the garbage, learn a song. And I came back in like an hour and he had all the notes written on the keys and he already learned the song. And I told him, yeah, people don't do that, man. So I mean,
yeah, it's
do that, but not everybody.
It's in you.
Yeah, it's like the recessive gene, like blue eyes. Maybe your dad was the blue eye gene, like he skipped a generation or whatever, but
yeah, that is
weird. Have it.
I don't have blue eyes, but I got green, and my grandmother had blue eyes though. That's
well, you know what I mean.
yeah, my dad had shit brown eyes, so that is weird.
Yeah. Well, I got shit brown eyes.
Well, you're right.
Dude, it's like halfway. I got like
Under baby blue.
Blue, yeah.
Mine are green. My grandma from both of my great grandma from my dad's side, she had blue eyes. My grandma from my mom's side, she had green eyes. And I'm the only cousin or family member that has green eyes.
right.
That's crazy.
Which is actually the blue eye gene, so technically he was right.
Yeah.
So
She's read my cards before. Really, just say Raven is the best card reader I have ever seen in my life.
I've been hearing that.
Thank you.
I've actually been hearing that from other people. Like, yeah, there's a rumor going around.
That means a lot to me. I'm sorry?
Does it like when you read somebody's like cards, does that like give them anxiety? Like I've never had that done before.
No, I mean,
Are you hiding something?
No, I think that people get fear or get anxiety to the things that we don't know. But like, if I'm going to give you a reading, before we start, I will kind of explain you what I do, how I connect, what I do. And like, honestly, I feel like I make you feel comfortable where you know what you're in for. And I don't think the anxiety will go away as the reading goes along. Yeah.
Yes. No, she is the most thorough. Like I asked a simple question and she still has layers and like explains it. And it's really in touch with whatever force or energy it is that you read cards through, which I don't know how to tap into that.
Thank you.
I think it's the same energy, the same shit as the creativity.
Yeah, definitely. It is. But actually, now that you mentioned that, we all met Ransom and Boogie and Shali at Econ in Colorado this past May. Yeah, May. And I don't know about you, Shali, but when I met you and like we got to meet, I felt this instant connection with you. And I think I mentioned that to you, right?
I met Boogie back at the Disclosure Con already one time.
In Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So
actually I did a whole set.
Oh, and Brady. Sorry.
Original set of tarot cards, and I had to learn a lot because I didn't know anything about
tarot.
Those are awesome, by the way. I've seen them. They're awesome.
So I had to research it, find out that each card had a meaning, and then I had to take old gods and cast them in as characters for the cards.
Yeah, which she definitely wants.
They're in process. They're not printed up yet, but they're probably within a year.
Yeah, within a year. And we want Raven to. She wants Raven to be the face.
Raven is so dynamic. Like,
thank you.
Wow.
I'm ready for her to be the main person who's out there in the world.
Well, I'll be honored because I'll be honored, and the talent that, you know, just like you were saying, you didn't know anything about the meaning of the cards, or, you know, and just the way you channel all that info. Did I froze?
Oh, yeah, and it was easy. I could almost hear like a click when I like, oh, this person is going to be perfect for this god. It's perfect for this. The cast is this character for this card. It was easy. I mean, I had to research, get the story straight, get all the backstories. But once it came to the point for me doing some action with it and putting it into use and picking the visuals and coming up with the ideas that fit together in each separate card to give it that meaning, it was easy. Like it just all
because you channel that, yes.
But that's art for me. You know, I mean, I'm kind of the visual. Maybe these words aren't making sense, but in pictures in there where they're coming from make sense to me, at least.
I know that I'm in the set. I'm just gonna give a little thing. I don't know if y'all can see this.
Actually, I can bring it up. I have a picture of it.
That one too.
I'm the Knight of Pentacles. You should show them that.
Hold on one second. Let's talk about this because obviously Ransom wants to show the painting that Boogie did for him, and
it's here.
Yeah, they both did it. Look, their names are both on it. Look.
Oh yeah, it's because whatever my mom does a lot of collaborations. Like I do. I think that one's mostly me, or that one might be all me. That is the Thug Life one with me seats. Hey Mark, do I just click on the picture?
Oh wait, I'm Mr. Macy's. Look at me.
Click on the picture. There it is. CC. Oh, she did the Rick and
Morty.
She put the Rick and Morty in there, and I did the rest.
Yeah, this is awesome. See, like it takes up the main spot right there.
So that was a collab between him and I.
That's my favorite Mr. Meeseeks. I've sold like 4 of those, but that one is the best, most in-depth one.
This is the awesome one. My kid's all into this too.
Yeah, my nephew is the one who showed it to me.
Okay, now I'm gonna screen share to show the King of Pentacles, and you can tell us, Boogie.
All right, okay. Boom.
You guys see that?
Yeah, we see it now. Yeah, dude, that's actually me, and I'm the god of farming, right? Frere. Yeah, right. Let me see here. Is it his left hand? We'll do it opposite.
Look at that compared to the card.
Hold on, we can't.
She's showing that right now.
Yeah, that's a profile. Look, hold it up like.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it does.
Look at the face on the card. That's him. I took a picture of him holding.
Yeah,
like a drum.
Wow.
You're the practice drum.
But you know, there's a lot of little things that she slipped in there. You know?
Subliminal.
There's a lot of subliminal things.
Each card has a
Yeah.
I have more pictures to share, or more. You send me. So that's the okay.
I just really like that one, and it's Freyr. It's a Freyr, the god of farming and like fertility.
It's Norwegian. It's Nordic.
Nordic,
and he's the god of farming. And he's the knife that doesn't go off and
yeah.
wants to hang back.
He's a warrior without a sword.
He has his knife as a little like cutting
Scythe,
weeds.
a sickle.
Who's sharing? Who's sharing the screen?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Oh, that one. Oh, Luna.
That was the moon, and it's
The Aztec
I can't
goddess.
say her,
Are these ladies?
but can you say her name?
What-
Read that on the bottom.
What's her name?
Luna. Oh, the Aztec name. Hold on, I have it right here because it's funny because I'm about to do a video about a stat. Anyways, long story short, she is hold on.
Quexi.
Hold on.
Well, that's the serpent.
Gesundheit.
She's the daughter of the Aztec goddess Coatlicue, who's the mother goddess. But her daughter's name is, which is the daughter, is the moon. Koyowawaki.
Well, yeah, what?
Koyawaki.
Koyowawaki. That's
Oh, it says it right there.
Yeah, it says it on the card, but I can't pronounce it.
Oyoyake.
I can't read it, but
It's Oil Sakui.
Koyo Sakui.
Oil Sakui.
there you go.
The sister of another, like the sun god or whatever, and she got cut up during. It's the story of the blood moon.
Mm.
And that's why there's red, like looking close at it, I see red around her.
That's like in my intro all the time. Ever since we had that super blue blood moon, I've been using the red moon in all my videos too. That's
The Rider-Waite deck, the moon in the back just had kind of a simple little line face, and I just couldn't do that because I've painted this before, like a couple of times. The sister that got cut up, but she goes back forward, and she's a goddess, so she really never dies. But that is Aztec theology.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the Torah, it's a Maya, like what do you
So
call
this
it?
is my favorite card.
That one is Celtic, and that is you.
That's you, Raven.
Yeah, I love this card.
The raven head.
Do you have that one on there?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
It's the high priestess, right? And it's,
Mhm.
you know what I think, what I find interesting, you know, on her hands is holding up some paper and it says Maya. And I do Mayan readings.
Yeah, I know. It's usually the Torah on there, but this one's Master Maya. Awesome.
That's cool.
You know also Maya means illusion,
Illusion.
like in the Buddhist
In the-
Maya.
I didn't know that.
And you did that before we met. Like we didn't met. So
Yeah.
that's crazy. But anyway,
You're raven, and look at the
Yeah, you're Raven, and there's a Raven in there.
look at her headdress.
here, let's see. Oh, look.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I love getting body painted.
You know, we should all do a video where there's like 20 people that are body painted.
We can do that. We can totally
We
do that.
actually have done that at Comic-Con.
We've done that at Comic-Con.
That is awesome.
So you do body painting too. That's cool.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I get naked and get body painted, and people,
No, you know what we
Not
should
all the
do
way,
is you should gather 20 people up. We'll paint them all as reptilians. Then we'll hide in the woods around Rex's house and then
yes.
call him and say, come
I'm
outside.
so
When
down.
the voice changer come outside, it's around.
This is the Fool's card. That's Ransom's favorite card. The
Hey,
Fool.
look at the pig with all the titties.
That is the first card that I did. I actually did these, except for one exception. I did these cards all in a row, and that's the first one I did.
This first one.
Notice how I replaced the little dog that's kind of like, oh, you're going to step off the edge with the
Icarus.
Icarus, yes.
Yes.
Icarus.
Think about Icarus. What did Icarus do?
Because it's usually a dog in the traditional rider way. There's a dog.
Well, I put a little more humor when pigs fly. You know that
Yeah.
that's going to happen.
And
then
pigs
I
are
put
smart
a
as
little-
dogs, or smarter actually.
Instead of a hobo stick, he has a, what do you call that? What do you call those little whirly-gig things?
Oh, it's like a
There's a name for it.
when you no. You put it in the wind and it goes like this.
A windmill?
No, it's not a windmill. It's like
Oh,
a little.
it's that thing that you blow.
It's a whirly-gig.
Yeah.
But I can't
You go like this, and it goes.
I love the expression of the moon in that card.
I know what you're talking about.
And he's got like music. He's going on a journey. He's got a happy pig, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the butterfly right there is meaning transformation, you know?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The Fool isn't always a bad card, but I'm sure you could tell more
It's part of the innocence.
innocence.
Ooh, I know, Anya, if you're here, if you're still here, you're gonna like this one. This one is the Emperor. It's Odin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Odin.
Sweet.
Gordon, he's the most stern in the court. I know you know this more than I do. Dan. He's the most stern father figure. He's already clutched his eye out.
He's got ravens and wolves.
Yeah, I love the wolf.
And
He's
the
got
Raven.
both ravens and wolves. Look, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Raven represents like all knowing or something, right? And the wolf is.
You know, like, yeah,
Oh, I saw Game of Thrones. It's that three-eyed raven thing.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Just gonna say that, but he doesn't have 3 eyes.
And then what he does, he's got that. And
Oh,
then his
yeah.
other eye is
Oh,
in
just
the
look at it.
well of knowledge. It sees, it's all seeing.
Yeah.
What's this? What is this thing?
Which thing?
The skull. Is that a skull of a? What is that?
Well,
It's
you know,
a ram.
the ones they have,
Oh, the ram.
they had that kind of
Yes,
graphic,
because I think the Emperor is the Aries. I think.
Oh.
In the zodiac.
Okay.
You know, a lot of it's just kind of fell in line.
I think I might be wrong because I don't read tarot the way that.
It's got the rams at the top. Look, see?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's 2 ram heads at the top.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. The Emperor is the card of Aries, the sign of Aries. But I might be wrong.
It's a fire sign, so
Yes.
I bet you're right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I kind of color coded these so they would be good for like somebody just learning how to read the tarot. If you see red under here, it's fire.
Oh, I see.
Other
Nice.
signs I did them kind of brownish, like orangey brown, like kind of a clay like. The cups I did blue, and then the air signs I did with the greenish kind of stick green. I don't know why that's the color that they pick for air. That's it.
Well, I gotta say something about this card, the Sun card, because of course the sun.
Well, you go right ahead then.
Ooh, the Aztec calendar one. Yeah, I like that one.
The sun, the stone calendar, the sun calendar, the
Yes.
stone calendar. Jeez, I can't say it. This is awesome.
Did you guys know that you guys are also in the future right now on 420 TV late night? Like, so people will see you, like different people will see you up in the middle of the night in a day.
420 TV. Yeah. Well, you know, speaking of sun, Raven, when you sent that little necklace to my mom,
Oh yes.
I have it in my hand right now and I love it. I was looking at the sun through it
Awesome.
the other day and I was like, oh my God, you can really see.
Yeah.
But I just like to say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
We share it, but you know, I wear it more than her. And,
The truth comes out.
yeah.
Wait till eclipse time, man.
Yeah.
Eclipse time,
I
right?
couldn't do
You just be like, what? I'm looking.
just the calendar that this is always meant to send the
Mhm.
Aztec
I
And
think I sent you a picture. I sent you a picture when I went to Mexico
Oh,
on
yes,
me
yes,
holding the stone zone. Yes.
absolutely. And another thing I wanted to say that one of my deviations from the Rider-Waite deck, which is the most popular tarot card deck, is they had too many horses, so I made the riders ride other things. And this little cute little baby, he looks a lot like the baby in the Rider-Waite deck, but he's riding Quetzalcoatl.
The feathered serpent.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like the feather serpent to me. I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm digging this deck so much.
But I kept the sunflowers because I like that in the Rider-Waite deck.
Yeah.
So it has some things that are like familiarity for the new tarot readers and stuff.
And you know you're getting a deck for free, Raven. I'm sure.
Oh, thank you. Oh, are you guys printing in both color and black and white, or are you guys only doing the color?
No, both.
Wow.
Which are going to be different shades. Like I still wanted to do the color codes, so I'm doing like a dark red and maroon for the fire sign, dark blue and a light blue paper for the water signs. Still doing, so I'm going to call them monochromatic rather than black and white. And the color version. Yeah, look at that. There it is.
There it is. Yeah, this thing's amazing.
I thought I had some more pictures, but I guess. Oh, there's that one. We didn't show that one.
Oh, look at that.
So this one is the Queen of Swords.
Oh, that one's wicked. That's the Talachi. That's basically just, she's a drug.
She's a drug? What do you mean?
She's a drug. She's the Talachi
plant. Talachi.
Datura.
Oh, Datura, the devil's weed, ginseng weed.
Oh.
Local weed.
On you and
yeah. Well, you put the seeds through a process, and then you rub the goop, the roots. Sorry, the right roots through a process, and then you rub the goo from the roots that took you about a week, 2 weeks to make.
I would not recommend anybody do this.
No.
This is like Charlie Manson.
Yeah, this will mess with your brain. Don't do this at home, kids.
You'll go blind.
But I just couldn't. Swords is so messed up.
Look what I see the Mayan pyramid in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, Datura, the devil's weed.
What's she dosing in her eyes right now? Like it's just
dropping food into her eyes.
Yeah, which you're supposed to rub it on your third eye or something, right?
I think it's more like body or whatever.
Well, if you're really strong and in tune with that spiritual thing, you rub it in your third eye.
I would not do any of that.
But that is so crazy.
But
no freebasing, ladies and gentlemen. No freebasing.
Yeah, that's right on for her.
Yeah, she is a drug.
And she's beautiful. Look how her like below the waist is changing.
That's the chick that's in the Lotus den, that traps everybody in there and they don't know the time's going by.
Yeah.
Stay in there until
I think so. I think you get it's a trap.
Yeah, that old Greek story or whatever.
Nice.
Stay there. Okay.
I could stare at this for forever, and I'm sure I will pick up different stuff every time I will look at it.
Yeah, there's little things in every card has the name of the deity in it or whatever it is.
And I wanted to say,
wow, check it out.
When you asked me about the painting process in the beginning, like that statement we were talking about, if it stays around me, that I'll keep adding to it.
When do the tapestries come out?
We took copies of it first, and then I did the color. But before I went in, and I didn't just go in and add color. I'd see things that I wanted to add in the background, or little details, or little changes. So the color ones have evolved.
Oh,
yeah. And nobody really knows that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't even know that.
Wow.
So there's a lot more in them and more symbolism because I just couldn't leave it alone. I'm sure if I got them back and I added more to it, I would do more changes. But sometimes people just take your stuff away.
Yeah, art is never done.
That's it.
Right.
It's gone. It's done.
So what can you tell us about this one?
It's the fruit.
There's this one. That's the Greek. That's Hypnos.
Hypnos?
Hypnos, and in the Rider-Waite deck, it's like a stained glass window of a woman and a child, and that's supposed to symbolize hope. but I wanted to do the god of Hypnos, and also the knight on the bottom and the Rider-Waite deck looked just like a corpse, like he was dead. And I wanted to
Lancelot, man.
put like there's still life, like, and then Hypnos is bringing him out of whatever.
I like the one, just a stick with a leaf.
Yeah, but it comes right out of the glass. It's like living glass. Like it came right out of it, out of the glass.
Out of it, it becomes an open window rather than a closed window. And it's a lot of the Rider-Waite deck is churches and Renaissance and
that era.
So when did the tapestries come out? When did the tapestries hit the store? Because I could just see my whole place lined with these, like
little posters.
Yeah, tapestries posters.
We're going back to the 70s. And
you know what? You're gonna have to talk to Rex Big.
Oh, it's a what's that rap? Well, I don't know much about it.
Nipsey
I don't really know much about it either.
Yeah.
Murdered, and the guy that's sponsoring us for the
room,
the music studio, the
Yeah.
art studio, marketing,
Awesome.
whatever, socializing area.
He's working with the same group of people that.
He's working with that guy's best friend.
Mhm.
Wow.
Friend is, so I did that portrait for his son to take.
Yes, because you also do portrait.
Yeah, and
I do a lot of portraits. I have some that I can show you more.
yeah, so that painting will eventually make it to Nipsey Hussle's best friend.
wow.
Wow.
He's just really sad right now, so we just did that for that.
Yeah, no, well, once again, you guys, you're amazing. Okay, so we are about here where it's about in a little bit. We have approx 15-20 minutes left. And I actually did Shali's Mayan astrology. So do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. I'm not going to be anxious.
What, Ransom?
Yeah, just watch and learn.
I guess that makes me old, like I'm the only dude that knows that. I know Brady knows that. Did you go to the concert? You got to light the lighter. Tell him to do it again. One more time. Come on.
Yeah, there you
go.
Okay, so I'm just gonna explain it really quick. What I do with the Mayan astrology, because I use the traditional way that the Mayans used to use the astrology. It's called a life path reading, because the Mayans believe that we as souls, we choose exactly the day that we want to be born, because according to the Mayans, they have the Solkin, the divination calendar. Each day has a different intention and a different energy. So we as souls, we pick the exact day that matches with what our mission is going to be in this plane. So that's why the birth is so much important, because it says a lot about you and your path.
That's right. I'm Ransom, and I'm a born-again Mayan.
I love that.
So the Mayan readings that I do, they cover 5 different aspects. The first aspect is your day sign, which it talks more about how your personality is from what others sees you as. Then the second part is the Trecena, which is kind of like the moon sign, more of your deeper who you are in the inside. And then there's 9 lords of the night, and with your birth you get 1, and that talks more about your deepest dark. Yes, that people might not know about you.
Your dark side.
Yeah, the dark side.
Your dark side, yes. And also the Venus placement. So Venus was a very important planet for the Mayans. Venus in the Western, we see it as a very feminine
God of love.
Yes, but for the Mayans, it was actually more like Mars energy, like the war, because they relate the different phases from Venus to when they will go to war or when they will do political changes and stuff like that. So yes, you get also what phase of Venus is when you were born, and then the meaning of your birth year. So let's just get started. So you are actually a wind. Your day sign is a wind. The wind, like the blows, the wind.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And actually, it's interesting because your Tresena and your day sign, they're both wind. It's funny because mine, in my astrology reading, my day sign and my Tresena, they're dogs. So I'm a double dog. You are a double wind.
She is very whimsical. I mean, she sits over there and makes paintings like, wow, like out of nowhere.
So with that, that means with when does your day sign, you have an unusually active mind. You are constantly thinking, and this often encourage upon any awareness of intense emotional realities occurring within and around you. To others, you very seem much alive and alert. Learning, speaking, reading, and other forms of mental communication appeals to you, and you may have tried a hand at writing or some form of another. Do you write?
I can write.
She's an English genius.
Oh wow!
Let me just
Yeah, I
say, she
didn't know
won't
that
say
about
it.
you.
I can write a little bit.
My grandmother was an English teacher. My sister's pretty English savvy, and
Your sister.
she reads a book like that. My sister's a lawyer and can
I
read.
did not know that about you, so that's cool that it came up here. It says, most likely you have more than one major interest or profession because your mind recognizes patterns and is capable of grasping the similarities between seemingly different activities. You move from one to another with relatively ease. Your biggest problem seems to be in knowing both when and how to focus yourself so that you do not become too scattered. Music and art are particularly interest to you. When types are clever and facile when it comes to learning. So you're an easy learner. Yeah, and of course you didn't know anything about tarot, and then you made this amazing, deck.
Well, I had a false start. Started him with paintings, and he was just feeding me the gods, and I was doing I always do portraits of the gods, but they had no meaning, so I had to just pull that out.
Yes.
Start over.
To the side with research, and I ended up with a little notebook stack of research.
It's somewhere.
It's gone.
Next year.
I have copies on the phone. I had to get the basic everything before I could even start again. So I had to learn all of it.
Yeah.
So you can do it.
It says here that your imagination is powerful. It is, and I completely agree. It is probable that you have experienced great disappointments in marriage or partnerships because you overestimate or fail to see the nature and capabilities of your partner. Because of frequent romantic frustrations, wind personalities often seek various kinds of escapes from life. Some escapes are healthy and positive, like artistic creativity, painting, but others, like substance abuse, are not. One of your major difficulties.
I'm running away.
You definitely got that one on the nail on the.
That's my childhood coping mechanism. Things would go wrong in the house, and I would freak out, and I would go out the door and run to the edge of the property.
Draw.
Wow.
Trees and the bushes. And I would.
These readings, I forgot to mention, these readings, they go deep, by the way.
Yeah, they've been going deep so far.
I have to stop myself. When it didn't work, as an adult, first I get the run away now. And then I have to stop myself and say, you need to talk this through, tell these people what they need to do, and change this situation, communicate, all the things you do with people that you should be doing as an adult.
Yeah.
That's not at the heart of me. The heart of me is a little kid running away.
Yeah. So that was your day sign. So now we're going to move on to your Trecena, which again, accompanying your day sign, wind, is the number 1. This means that you were born on the first day of the Trecena that began with 1 wind. So your day sign and your Trecena are rulers, therefore the same. So being governed by the sign of the wind, your inner and outer selves are similar, having especially strong motivations to communicate. You are a carrier of ideas, par excellence, and a person with a message to get across. And you are instinctively drawn to activities that will meet that need. This may lead you to writing, speaking, teaching, performing, or serving as a spokesperson. So
definitely, she was an art teacher.
I always said that if you are stumped or you have writer's block or you can't figure something out, you need to have me at your table because I'm a seed pod.
She's definitely a muse.
Like there's, you've heard of the acacia or acacia files? They're right there. Just pull them out, whatever.
What are they?
Like those files for the universe.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a seed pod.
She's like a human Google.
that's awesome.
Not like information, but ideas to fit solution
I guess,
ideas.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
To do here to solve this problem. So we can try this doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then we'll go another direction.
It also says here that you have an active nervous system, an alert mind, and a strong need to talk. You can be quite clever in both thought and expression. The more you think, however, the more complex situations become. The Aztecs thought that a man of noble birth who was born on the day 1 wind will become a wizard or an astrologer. Women born on this day were said to have the ability to use the bone of the foot to enchant others. I don't know what that means.
You've been playing footsie?
I have a big foot. Look at this.
I don't know what that means.
That's a big foot. That's all I mean. Doesn't translate to anything.
She's a witch.
So for Venus, when you were born at your birth, Venus was in the morning star phase. So like newly born god Quetzalcoatl, you have what it might be described youthful emotions and feelings. You are a creative person who responds to a deep and a very personal voice. In some cases, the rules of the society may severely limit your initiatives, causing you to experience defeat and disillusionment. Have a little patience, and you may eventually succeed in stamping something of yourself onto the world. In this way, you may be able to change the world for the better. And I think you're already doing it.
Yeah, in the process though.
Yeah, when these tarot cards come out, your face is right there.
Yeah, explaining it all to people.
And there's my gift to the world.
Yes.
That's awesome.
You both need to come visit and just talk to her and learn everything because it's so much.
Oh, yes.
More music and come to our live events and stuff.
And DJ Ransom can record us. That would be awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be.
The studio will really look.
Yeah, and by then our studio will be.
I'm waiting on the snakehead Vatican painting in the mouth of the serpent there. See, I bet.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
We were tripping on that.
I saw that.
She was like, "What?" She goes, "I'm finding that out right now."
So we have
that's a real thing. It's God.
No, yeah, there's.
What are they tripping on?
Pictures of this.
No.
There's a crucifix behind the Pope and everybody. And
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
The serpent, it's like hell's coming out of the ground behind the pulp, but the whole building is a serpent.
Yeah.
The windows are serpent eyes. The red serpent is its mouth.
That huge statue that looks all creepy, right? That's what they're all talking about.
It's right in the, and not only that, the pillars of the building on either side of the pulp are like, they're like like they're fangs. It's fangs. And the believers are in the mouth of the serpent, man.
Yeah. And you know what? There's the underneath Vatican, there's the whole devil room or whatever, and like the multiple gods. You know, there's a lot of little secrets with those molesters over there.
And the telescope called Lucifer? No.
So that's what I'm saying. So, you know, when you're trying to tell me you're one thing, but then your art at your house and the whole style of your building, and how many times we hear about you doing no-nos. Yeah.
No,
there was like in Texas, they released the information. There was like 53 in San Antonio. Dallas had like 40 something. El Paso, out in the country, they had even more, like 60.
It's like hundreds of thousands across the states, man, and they all got diplomatic immunity.
They did not get punished. Yes, dude, this was recent. They just came out with it.
That's why none of them those guys ever get arrested, because the Vatican has diplomatic immunity as a nation state.
It does.
Yes, it does.
We need Dexter.
Right.
Where the time is about to be up, but before we go, I would love if you guys can play a little bit more of that Stay Woke.
I'm gonna play,
and then we'll close the show.
Another song kind of inspired in the same genre, but this one is super new.
I don't even know it.
You don't even know it.
Just freestyle it, Mark.
All right.
Yeah, he's going through it. His drumming will be good enough.
All right. Go ahead. We'll just jam it here. Don't go, Ransom. Jam the song with us.
I didn't go anywhere. I put him full screen.
Okay. This song is about sheeple.
Sheeple?
Sheeple, not people. Yeah, don't ask why. Pick a number, fall in line. People always waste their time. Not me, I waste my life. Losing control. Poisoning your very soul. Eat it up, you don't ask why. Another plate and you think it's great. Oh Lord, stop preaching hate. People aggravate me 'cause they got no vision. All the information that we're giving is wrong, and I won't get all this song into their minds. But I got time to explain to the folks that they're wrong and it rhymes. So if I catch right in their heads, almighty God, I wish they were dead. The liars at the tabletop, information that they drop, getting eaten by the people, 'cause the sheeple minds are feeble. Man. They eat it up and they don't ask why. Take a number, fall in line. People always waste their time, but no, not me. I'm wasting mine. No. Losing control. Poisoning their very soul. Eat it up, don't ask why. Take a number and fall in line. People always waste their time. Not me, I'm wasting mine. Thank you guys for listening. You're amazing.
Yay. Love it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. We have to have you guys again. And yes, I hope we can you know, ransom
Not
take.
that far, 185 miles to where you are.
Shout out to SJC Drums.
Oh yeah, he's sponsored with SJC Drums.
Yeah, and do you have still with you close the information if they want to contact you guys?
Yeah, your band.
No, just show the side.
Contact my mom.
Naranjo.
Oh, Agent
Yes.
Naranjo, this one for
Or
Shelly.
both, yes.
Both, yeah.
And then Agent Naranjo, check us out on Instagram.
Ancient, say it, Ransom.
Agent Naranjo.
Yeah, you know what? We'll be there somewhere.
Yeah, it's on there.
Nice. Do you want to show us the painting the painting you finish up, Shelly?
Oh, the one right now? Oh, this is a sheep. Look, we can go through some paintings real quick. You want to prolong it?
Do you guys sell those or those are yours?
That's
We're
creepy.
gonna sell them.
Okay, so if you guys are interested in this,
God milk.
Oh, that's someone else. There's a commission of a singer friend of ours.
Look
That's
at that.
got a baby.
This is a flipper.
We're just going through it. Yeah. Alien one way. And it's a cactus, a cacti.
nice.
It's out there.
Oh
It's
yeah,
out-
this one is mine. I did this.
Wow. Check it
That's
out.
our family crest, the Ramsey family crest. And I did the Brady one because our last name is Brady. But then this one is the Ramsey family crest. And all this I just added. But
Is that a little samurai Voltron dude with the flaming sword?
yeah, that's a knight. I modeled him after Michael because I kind of made the tree like a devil.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Oh, now, yeah. I
And then
see.
I figured I have to put good with the bad because you don't have one without the other.
Start that balance.
Look at the finger.
Oh, that's Mondo.
Oh, the finger is Brady family crest because our last name is Brady. Now I got that from my dad. They're Scotch Irish, and Ramsey is the unicorn. That's our actual family crest, the one we know
Wow.
for sure. And then that one, my nephew started, and my mom kind of added some to, I think, right?
Oh, that's Mondo.
Oh, actually, this is my friend Armando. He's an Agent Naranjo too.
Maybe sometimes.
Yeah, we call him Agent Maybe. And my drummer, he's from
Wow,
Philly.
Look at that.
Yeah, here's the Stranger Things. What have you?
Could you move the bicycle tire first? We can't see it.
Like this one?
No, I know. It's like realistic. It looks like there's
It
part
looks
of a
so
wheel.
real. He was-
Move it back like that?
No, I'm just messing with you. There's a bicycle wheel in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we call our drummer Agent Asshole because he said asshole because he's from Philly.
Oh, yeah, asshole.
Asshole. Yeah, that's
Whoa.
Whoa,
it.
check
Agent
that out. Is that
That
a,
one is creepy.
that's like a
Yeah,
more
Gorgon.
stranger thing.
Well, anywho, Mark knows, which one do you know? Dustin.
Yeah.
Justin Gatton. He's friends with the band. One of the kids has a band on Stranger Things. And I don't know.
Oh.
So
If you guys are interested in purchasing any of those paintings that we just look at,
Give them a call.
Callie Brady.
Yes.
Guy.
I will put their info. Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, that's an older one. Yeah. You guys have never seen that one.
Pretty neato, huh?
That is
So-
badass. That's awesome. Okay.
That's their contact info.
And don't forget, she does customs for the right dollar.
Yes.
Good one.
I
Yeah,
like the cloud UFO. That's nice.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah. You remember it was there.
Choopy choopy.
Chupacabra.
Whoa, sweet.
Yeah, I did that one. And she added some things. She worked on the goat. Definitely, I can see that. And my lettering.
It's a collab.
Collaboration, yeah.
And this one, it's just a commission.
Yeah.
But if you have a special moment in your life,
When you want it.
You're giving me some ideas, Shelly.
and
Last but
Awesome
not least,
sauce.
everybody love everybody.
And everybody in the chat is loving you, by the way. And Julian from the Tinfoil Caps was in the chat also saying hello to everybody.
So,
Yeah, Julian, Look, we got. Remember to get yourself a foil cap, y'all.
Look at that.
Yes.
Here we
See
go.
that?
Oh
Sign.
man, I feel left.
I got mine handy. See.
Hold on, now I have to
Yeah.
go get mine. Hold on.
Pull that out of his utility belt.
Yeah, mine.
Here it is.
Put it on.
Okay, I'm back. See, I got mine too.
I actually
Yeah,
could
mine's in
call
my room. Oh,
I could
I'm
call
gonna
my kid in here, and it would be
we'll
just
put
like
that one on. Mine's in my room though.
a whole army.
Why
of-
mine looks golden?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the white.
they should have golden
Original,
ones.
man.
I'm the golden child, that's why.
They do have golden ones.
I want one of those flat black ones. If you're listening, architect, that's
Yeah.
red, like with red trim. And
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the chat. He's listening, Ransom.
just like the same logo, but red, and then the red trim. My kid scored the correct. So white. I mean, the
Taking
black,
notes.
flat black with the little orange trim in it. It's a really sweet hat.
Yeah, and the flat brim is important, Boogie says, you know.
All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Thank you for being here. You guys stay here for a minute. Let me stop the live stream. Much love, you guys. Peace.